Well, we've already beaten 2 teams from the National League, and now let's beat another to secure our spot in the FA Trophy final. Hello, welcome to Club 1 Part 34 of the Global Explorer. Coming up in today's episode, we do have our FA Trophy semi-final against Gateshead, who I believe are in the National... They're not in the National League. I got that wrong. They're in the National North. I thought they were a decent team, but we might have just secured our spot in the final of the FA Trophy. Getting a bit too far ahead of ourselves, but then I think the next game, we'll probably just do our next league game against Concord, because there is a big game going on behind the scenes, and that is, if I get up the fixtures, Tonbridge Worthing. They are currently second and third in the league, whilst we sit first. Form hasn't really been on our side that much. I will show you the form in just a second. But if Tonbridge can beat Worthing, brilliant, because Tonbridge, they're not really in a title fight yet, or unless they win, then they might be. We've secured our playoff spot, but if Worthing win, they go back to the top of the table, albeit just 2 points clear, but kind of need Tonbridge to get a win, or at least a draw. A draw probably isn't still good enough, because, again, goal difference isn't great, because this has been our form since the last episode. We haven't played too many games since the last episode. We've only played through the whole of March, obviously getting that win against Sutton in the FA Trophy quarter-final. A 1-1 draw against Bath City isn't the greatest result, but then we did pick 4 wins on the trot against Dartford, Enfield, Eastbourne, Hampton and Richmond. Not scored a huge amount of goals in those games, but they were all wins, and fortunately, we lost 2-1 against Wealdstone with Weston-Super-Mare. Lost 2-1 against them. Not the best result. A draw would have been bad, but let's just hope Tonbridge do get the win. We have made actually one more signing. Obviously, Harry Holt left us to join Watford, but his replacement, only a short-term loan, James Kay, 3 stars of current ability, 5-star potential, good enterprise side player, potentially League 2. He comes in on a short-term loan until the end of the season from Bristol Rovers. I don't know how much game time he's going to get, but he's going to be on the bench for today. So this is the lineup. It will be Phillips in goal, back for Rodder, Bell, Silver, Bashumo, Burgess and Pimlott in the midfield. Then we've got Thomas on the right, Toes in the middle, who we have given him a new contract. Just another one season contract, a little bit of a higher wages. Then we've got Tyler Cook out on the left, who I'd love to give him a new contract, but he's we promised him he can leave at the end of the season, so he'll be going. Then we've got Morgan Bates up front. I'm still a little bit unsure about Morgan Bates, but should we not get promoted, I think we give him a new contract. If we do get promoted, I don't know, we'll have a little bit of a think about him, because he's only a National South player. He ain't going to improve to a National League standard, so we'll play that card when it comes to it, should we get promoted or not. I'm hoping we do get promoted. If we don't go up automatically, I expect us to win the playoffs. Otherwise, this league is these leagues are probably the most difficult to get out of. Once you're out of them, you're probably going to go up automatically next year, because it's just written in the stars. If we go up this year, we're almost guaranteed to get promoted to League 2 first time of asking. That's the plan, but let's see if it goes to plan. Ideally, in the next episode, we do crown ourselves champions and FA Trophy champions. Obviously, don't forget we are 1 win away from the FA Trophy final. First half an hour has gone. We've actually started the game better than Gateshead. 7 shots, 3 on target. But let's see if we can try and find a goal in the last 15 minutes of the first half. Tyler Cook whips it into the box. There was a decent cross there. It just needed that final header to take it towards the goal, which hopefully would have been in the back of the net. But Rodder did try and get his foot in, and Frankie Phillips, what a save. I keep saying this, we've got Super Frankie Phillips in goal. I love it. I love Frankie Phillips. He's a terrific player. Potentially could be future #1 for Exeter City in real life. I doubt it, but you never know. He'd definitely be a decent backup when he's When he's a little bit older, obviously he is still quite young. I don't know. He's gone out on loan in real life. Can't remember. Can't remember who to. It might be Dorchester. Might be. I think it's Taunton. He's gone out on loan to. But he looks like he's having a decent loan spell. I think. But he's playing absolutely magnificently today. Best player on the pitch by far. A 7.0 rating. I beg to believe how we haven't scored in the first half, but Gateshead didn't really create too many chances. But let's see if we can get ideally the winning goal. Where this obviously there should be a winning goal. There must be a winning goal. Obviously, if there isn't, it will go to extra time and potentially penalties. But I don't need it to be going to extra time. Not when we have a really decisive end of the season. Where if we drop at least just drop 3 points, that's probably the end of our title race. Obviously, unless Worthing also lose. Obviously, that game is going on as we speak. Obviously, not knowing what the score is in that game is really quite annoying. Right, we are going to make a couple of changes. Thomas is going to make way for. We're going to shuffle around the three. We're going to get on Quincy Dixon. Twose can move out onto the left. Cook out onto the right. Dixon in the middle. I think we'll go with that for the final 20 minutes. And I think we'll make one more change. I think Bell can come off for Sam Harrison. I think that'd be the final changes of the game. Obviously, we do have one more change. Then should we get into extra time, we will get gifted with an extra sub. I think we do. But 15 minutes left to go. Burgess has got the ball now to Quincy Dixon. Burgess with the strike. That's got to go off of the line. That must have gone over ref. VAR. Do we not have VAR? Where are we playing? Are we playing in Wembley or are we actually playing in the Gateshead Stadium? Because if we are, it's a big stadium. Morgan Bates has found some space, but unfortunately, the referee does. So the liner did put his flag up and it was offside. But we are looking very good. I feel like there is a goal coming, but the worst bit is we're running out of time. Come on, 5 minutes left to play. Can we just get that decisive goal? Because a goal here will surely wrap up the game. 1 minute of additional time. Frankie Phillips just too far upfield for Bates to run onto. Come on. It's screaming for a Bates goal and a Phillips assist, I reckon. But he is taking his time. It is 0-0, Frankie. Come on, that's a pretty poor kick. But it does find Cody Twose, who has got the ball now to Bashumo. And it's no extra time. No extra time. Right, we're just going to have the... Oh, you know what? We'll just let the assistant manager do it. I ain't going to do it faff around with the penalty takers. But Goldthorpe steps up for the first penalty. And he's missed it. Gateshead have missed their first penalty. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. I thought that was going to go in. But we have a chance to go 1-0 up to put us in the... Well, sort of in the driver's seat. But it's only the first penalty. Cody Twose does step up. Come on. He puts it into the back of the net. Just about squeezes it past the goalkeeper, who does look very small. Is he... Why do they do that? Why do they... I genuinely thought he was taking the first penalty. It looked like it. He got very close to the ball. Fiorini scores it. It's 1-0, but we have a chance to put ourselves back in the lead with a penalty from... Who's taking the second penalty? I presume it's going to be Pimlott. It's Harry Rodder. Obviously, he's been on most of our penalties this season. Will he score it? Yes, he does. We are back in the lead. Absolutely fantastic. That's 2 out of 2 penalties for us so far. If Frankie can pull out another save, albeit the first one hit the woodwork, he didn't officially save it. But if they can do that again... He nearly did, but unfortunately it does go into the back of the net. Gateshead have now scored 2 penalties. We have another chance to once again get back into the lead. Pimlott steps up. Will he score it? I have full confidence in him, which he does. Puts it straight into the top left-hand corner to make it 3-2. I have got a very good feeling about the shootout. I think we're going to win. I think we're going to win. And obviously, if Whitley misses his penalty, we have a chance to win it. That's only if he misses. Oh, he's a very lucky boy. Very lucky boy. A post and in, but it's still a goal at the end of the day. Oh, it's unfortunate, but Frankie Phillips wasn't saving that either way. Quincy Dixon steps up. He ain't the best penalty taker in shootouts. Certainly shows it there. Absolute what a wall. Did he try to do a Panenka? I think he did. But it's 3-0. We're not losing. We're not winning, which is sort of a bummer. But Cabagrat steps up for the 5th and final penalty for Gateshead. Frankie Phillips gets everything to it, but just wasn't enough to keep the penalty out. And who's taken our 5th penalty? We have to score this. We have to score it. Otherwise, we are going out. As Sargo Silva steps up. He scores it. Sudden death. Oh, I don't like sudden death at all. I don't like it at all. It's ideal. Gateshead are taking the first penalty as usual. Come on. Kelly steps up. Please miss it. I want this sudden death to be ended super quick. He steps up. It's a big save from Frankie Phillips. Come on. Absolutely wonderful stuff. You love to see it. That means if we score, we are through to the FA Trophy final, which obviously will be coming up in tomorrow's penalty. Should Burgess put the ball into the back of the net, which he does. No idea what Frankie Phillips was doing there, but it doesn't matter. The ball is into the back of the net, and we are victorious in the FA Trophy semi-final against Gateshead. Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely love it. I love this team. We're never leaving at the moment. I mean, we haven't had any job interviews yet. If we get promoted, there might be a couple job interviews for us, but that's a big if. By the rest of it, Worthing didn't win, but they did draw. What was the score? It was 0-0. Fair enough. I'd take that. I will take that. They didn't score any goals, but they did win, so which is very good. But that does mean it's going to be a very tense end of the season. Can't see our fixture schedule, so I don't know who we're playing next. So that's a bit alarming. Where's can we find? Can we? Hang on, I found it. Match day. Fixture schedule. That's one way to get to the fixture schedule. So we are in the FA Trophy final. So that's that will be coming up in the next episode, probably alongside the final game of the season. So I think we'll probably just play. They would just play our next game against Concord, and hopefully we win, and Worthing lose. The lineup for our match against Concord will be Phillips in goal, a back four of K. Making his debut, don't forget. Obviously didn't come on in the last game, but started this game. Then we've got, finishing off the back four, we've got Luke Bell, Sarga Silva and Louis Henry. Then in the midfield, we've got Dixon and Pimlock. Thomas on the right, Cox on the left, making his return from injuries. Only allowed to play 45 minutes. Don't have Cook on the bench, so we should probably put him on the bench. We'll have him on the bench instead of Daniel Watts. Then we've got Morgan Bates up front. Come on, lads. Let's hopefully get a nice, simple win. Concord, I don't really know much about them. I don't know where they are in the table. I presume they are... I think they're in the relegation battle, so it should be a fairly simple win, I hope. Obviously, a win will be absolutely fantastic in terms of our title chances, because, spoiler alert, they are very, very high. I don't know who do Worthing have. That's what I want to know. Worthing have got Horsham. Tonbridge are completely out of the title race. We don't really have to worry about that. Worthing is our main title threat. That's what I want to call it. A title threat, Worthing are, because they're level points on us, but they do have better goal difference, which is slightly alarming. Cox has got the ball. Lovely cross, and Morgan Bates is there. If we could get a lot of goals today and return to the top of the league on goal difference, that would be absolutely fantastic. What would be even better is Worthing to lose. That would be even better, but I don't think that is going to happen. It's still currently 0-0 between them and Horsham, but it is probably too early to tell whether or not we are going to be winning the league. I think it's very much going to be decided in the final game of the season, or maybe the second to last game of the season, depending on what happens in the off-camera game. So I'm hoping it gets decided before the last game of the season, because we don't need that to happen again. We've got a penalty. Someone handballed it. Whitewick handballed it into the area, and we have a potential opportunity to go 2-0 up. Pimlott steps up for a penalty. He scored in the trophy semi-final shootout. There's no doubt in my mind he is going to score once again, and yes, he does. The goalkeeper was diving in the complete opposite direction, and we are 1-0 up. No, actually 2-0 up against Concord, my mistake. Worthing still 0-0. I wish Horsham could grab a goal, then I feel a little bit more at ease. Tonbridge, oh no, Worthing are 1-0 up. They go back to the top of the table. That is not ideal. We kind of need to win today's game at least by 4-5 goals. That would be ideal, but I suspect that's probably not going to happen. If we could just score more goals than Worthing today, I think that would be great. I think that'd be just a good achievement to do. Cox whips in the cool ball. Kay with the strike. I think he clipped the just the other side of the crossbar. Very unlucky. Worthing still 1-0 up. They're 2-0 up against Horsham. We're just going to have to hope Worthing do lose at least one game, because their goal difference is just going to keep going up and up. I'm just hoping they concede a few goals before the end of the match and throughout the running of the season. Quincy Dixon, what is a decent strike, but wasn't really going anywhere near the goal. But we are heading into our time with a 2-0 lead, which is very good. Just wish Worthing were losing as well, but we can't have everything. As long as we win the FA Trophy, that's good. We're in a title fight. We're better than, I think it was better than last year. I'm not sure what we did last year in terms of the title opportunity. I don't know if it got decided on the final day. There's certainly one season where we had it in our fingertips, but we just unfortunately let it go. I'm just hoping it doesn't happen again this season. Worthing's still 2-0 up. Can they concede a couple goals now, please? Just so we can feel a little bit more at ease. Right, we are going to get off Cox. He probably should have come off at half time, but we're going to get on Tyler Cook. I think that'd be the only change we shall do for now. But half an hour left to play. Can we possibly get a few more goals just to increase our goal difference? Obviously, Horsham, I don't think are going to get any goals back against Worthing anytime soon. So that's a very much a failure for them. But you never know what happens. No, that's not ideal. But it is only one goal back for Concord. If they get another goal and get an equaliser, I might be a little bit scared, I'd say, because we can't afford to drop points. You hear me, boys? We can't be dropping any points, not at this stage of the season. At the beginning of the season, yeah, I didn't worry about it, but not now. Hostler has got the ball. Somebody get in a tackle, please. Oh, you've got to be joking. This is not going to plan. Right, we are going to get off Bell for Burgess. No, for Harrison. Burgess isn't going to come on just yet. We're going to get on Bashumo for Henry. And you know what? Burgess will come on for Dixon. We need some game changers on the pitch. Come on, lads. We need to win this game. We can't be drawing this game, because that is no good to anyone. Bashumo with a throw, throws the ball to Pimlott, and we do lose possession. Hostler has got the ball for Concord. Can we get in a tackle, please? Come on, somebody, for the love of God. Come on. Hostler's got the ball now to Whitewick, and Bashumo with a very silly tackle. Good Lord. He's got himself sent off. I cannot believe it. What a wally. What do we do now? Because we don't really have another defender on the pitch. That's slightly... It's a bummer, that. It's a very big bummer. We should have just left on Henry. If I knew Basuma was going to get himself sent off, I wouldn't have brought him on. Ah, this is a horrible situation to be in. Yeah, I don't really know what to do. I don't know whether we just can we're gonna try something silly. We're gonna keep him up there, but we are gonna get on. We'll get on Cody Twos. Put him back there. This is gonna feel very silly with 15 minutes left to go, but we do need to get the win. And I'm slightly actually. Let's do that. Out of possession, then yeah, we'll do that because Silver can play left back. Then out of possession, we'll just drop those two back. We'll keep him forward. I think that's what we're gonna have to do because Bashumo, you're a fool man, absolute idiot. But let's just hope we can still win this game. I don't know whether to go attacking or not. We are going to throw some encouragement. Worthing are still winning 2-0. They haven't scored any more goals. Kay puts the ball into the box. Thomas Burgess has a strike, but unfortunately doesn't go into the back of the net. Oh, this is a frustrating game. Oh, we've got to go up as champions, sure. If we're in the playoffs again, I dread to think what's going to happen because going into the playoffs, albeit we've still got a lot of games left to go. I don't feel confident because we've been in the playoffs 4 times or 3 times. 4 times, I think. And well, no, this is the 5th season, and we've been in there 3 times. We've lost in the final 3 times. So yeah, I'm not feeling very confident if we end up in the playoffs because it hasn't gone well for us. Let's go for attack in final 5 minutes, just in the hope we can get a winning goal. Kay has got the ball now to Thomas. Come on, Kay was on the overlap. Pimlott, Harrison, we've got one person at the back. Should they go on a counter-attack, we are going to be screwed. Silver, Pimlott, come on. This be a fantastic opportunity to get a goal. Come on, Silver, back in the box. Cody Twos, you absolute wally. Oh, I can't believe it. I hate this game. Football Manager can be a soul-destroying game at times, like you're witnessing here. But I think we are going to drop points, which is, cannot believe it. We were 2-0 up as well. The players, do we want to get promoted? I want to get promoted. I don't know if the players do. Oh, it's frustrating. It's a 2-point cap. We have to rely on Worthing getting either a draw and us winning, or them losing at least a game, just to keep us back in the title fight. But we do have 5 games left to go. I don't know who they have left. I hope they have a difficult tie, but oh, it's frustrating. It is very frustrating. I cannot believe it. If we won, we'd still be in the title. We're very much in a title fight. We're not out of it yet, but oh, it's frustrating. Very frustrating. We just need to hope they draw and us win their next game, and everything will be right as rainbows. So I think probably what we'll do is we'll plan for that FA Trophy final. That might be after the playoffs, which, judging by the date, it looks like it, which that's slightly problematic. So I think probably what we'll do is obviously play our in between the games. And I think at the moment we'll come back for our final. Sure, we'll come back for our we'll come back for our final games against Aldershot and Sutton. If anything changes, great. If nothing changes, this is going to be a very tense end to the season. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.